Hello, fans, and welcome to this week's edition of the Tiger Women's Basketball Report. I'm your host, Ben Rosenbaum. The Tigers made a trip down to Virginia this past week, came away with one win, one loss, as always, joined by the head coach of the Tigers, Laura Harper. Coach, welcome back from down south, and again, another mixed bag here for Towson, and starting with that Hampton game, started out great, 69-44, India with 19, Mason Marchbanks, who starting to get into the rhythm now, and it's getting a little weird getting used to seeing Mason out there so much. He had 14. Just your thoughts on that Hampton game.
You know, it felt like one of our first complete games from beginning to end. It was nice to see the team, just the morale, the camaraderie of supporting each other and offensively being able to hit some shots.
And I know you have to be happy with the rebounding numbers there, 52-31. You out-rebound the Pirates, and I feel like there's been games where you're either lose the rebound battle, you're even, and you just kind of think if you would grab a few more, so you had to be happy to see them attack the glass like that.
Yes, I have never coached a game where we've gotten 50 rebounds and lost. So, I always say that's my magic number. We haven't reached it that many times this year, but it's pretty impressive that we were able to get that many rebounds.
What do you think about the defensive effort from the Tigers? You held Hampton to 23% shooting. We had talked about they had one of the top 5 scorers in the conference. She had a day, but still you were able to hold the rest of the team to a poor shooting night.
Yeah, we just watched film and watching just our team defense, us trying to defend without fouling. Sometimes we were more successful than others, but overall I felt like we were locked in defensively.
Yeah, 2 Pirates with 17 points. 4 other players scored, no one more than 4 points. So always a recipe for success when no one's really killing you outside of 1 or 2 players.
Absolutely.
So then you make the trip to Williamsburg for a rematch with the Tribe, a tough one there, a weird game as well. Down 17 at half, down 23 to start the fourth quarter, and then you only lose by 5, and you had it down to 4 with 11 seconds to go. Let's talk about the slow start first. We've seen that from time to time, and kind of having to have these slow starts over and over again. Is that starting to weigh maybe mentally on the team?
Yeah, just figuring out how to complete a full first quarter. I think we found a way to start the game, which was something that we were challenged with prior, but I think it's that sustaining through that first line of rotations of just the level of play. We're going to keep working on it. I think lineups are very essential and important to, what that looks like, but we'll be okay.
And before we get too much more into that game itself, India Johnston continues to show why she is the best player in the CAA, a career high for her, 31 points. It's tough that you don't reward it with a win, but, India has shown this year, jump on my back, she'll take you there.
This was the most impressive performance I've ever coached, and I've coached her almost 120 games, I found out, and I don't usually give her enough respect and props and kudos for her offensive prowess, and what she did was very, very spectacular.
So going back to the game, you go into that fourth quarter, you're down 23 to start the fourth, and you almost do it. You almost come back. Just what was that like? It's exhausting, right? You only have those 10 minutes, and you have a mountain to climb, and for the team to fight back the way they did, yeah, you'd like to win, but they never quit. This team has yet to quit in a game all season long.
I think it's just a tribute to their resilience, and it's a group of young women that really believe in themselves and each other, and for us to put together that type of fourth quarter, it's something that we can definitely build on.
India and Talia Shepard combined for 24 of the 29 in that fourth quarter. Talia's been one who we've seen some great scoring performances. We've seen some games where she quiets down a little bit. What's the key to getting her and keeping her moving?
Just belief. I think she's one that she's seen success. She knows that she's capable. I think her knowing that I believe in her and that she's capable of going off, she's done it before. I think it's just continuing to let her know. And people don't realize when you have a scorer like India on the court, she makes everyone else's job a lot easier. So They just need to make plays and play confidently.
All right, so moving forward, 2 at home this week for the Tigers. First on Friday against the College of Charleston, then on Sunday against Stony Brook. That Charleston one, that's a big one, top of the conference, just 1 loss in their most recent game. They lose to Monmouth, the Barbeau sisters. We know all about them. Taryn is the second leading scorer in the conference with 18 points per game. How do you slow those 2 down? Because it really does start with them, and the whole team can hurt you, but you've got to be able to slow down the Barbeau sisters.
You don't slow them down. I think you try to make it as difficult as possible. They are that talented. You just hope that they miss some and that our defensive schemes just make it tough. They are two of the best guards I've ever seen in this conference, and I think it's just making sure we limit them to one shot because they also arguably have one of, if not the best rebounders in the conference as well, and she averages close to 5 offensive rebounds a game.
Yeah, they lead the conference in scoring margin at plus 17. So not only do you guys know you have to hit your shots, you have to find a way to maybe bring that number down for them. And it's kind of like when you think about a Drexel game, and do you think maybe you have to control the ball a little bit more and take some longer possessions?
I think we need to slow them down. I think we need to shoot good shots because they're flying around. I think if we start playing passive, we'll feed into, their traps. But if we're open, we need to shoot it.
And then Sunday, a rematch with the Seawolves, a loss for the Tigers up on Long Island the first time around. What's going to be the key to be different this time?
Ball screen defense, for sure. That was something we were exploited on, and just really playing a complete game.
All right, Coach, appreciate you joining us, and looking forward to this weekend.
Thank you so much.
All right, the Tigers play 2 at home this week. First, Friday at 7 o'clock against the College of Charleston. That game will be on Flow Sports. And then Sunday at 1 against Stony Brook. That game on Flow Sports and Monumental. I'll have the call along with Joe Matthews. For the head coach, Laura Harper, I'm Ben Rosenbaum. Thanks for joining us. And as always, go Tigers.
Go Tigers.